We'll do a dynamic session together today, so we'll start standing and take a few moments to settle into the space and into our bodies. Taking a few deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allowing ourselves to settle into the space with our eyes open or closed. Noticing the shift of tension slowly melting away from the top of our head all the way through to our feet. Letting tension and stress just roll off of us. Taking a moment to notice the energy of our bodies, the energy we might be bringing to our practice. And perhaps setting an intention for today's practice with curiosity and excitement, and an early congratulation for our getting to the mat today. Coming back to the sounds and the temperature of the space around us. Blinking our eyes open, wiggling our feet out just slightly from hip width, and we'll flow through our warming squat series, opening up our chest, inhaling, reaching our arms above our heads, palms together. Exhaling, we sink down into our Malasana squat. Inhale, we forward fold. And exhale, we roll up like a rag doll. We'll repeat this a few times. Slowly starting to open our chest and abdomen. Getting a sense of the sensations in our lower back. Warming into the back of our legs slowly and gently, keeping micro bends on our knees as needed. Finding a rhythm and speed that suit our breath and bodies. Finding firm grounding in our feet. Starting to notice that we work through blocked tension in our bodies that we might be holding. Realizing that that tension is a way for our bodies to protect ourselves from further injury or damage to specific areas of the body. Another good reason to honor the state of our body right now, right here. Let's do two more. Noticing all the microfibers with each movement, gaining extra depth every time we flow through. Working through cobwebs, listening to all those cricks and cracks. Inhaling, reaching up. And we reset, hands to heart center. Taking a deep breath in between. Sighing it out. Stepping our feet wider on the mat. And we'll flow through some lateral lunges. Option to swing the arms as well, allowing ourselves to flow left and right. Maybe we want to sweep the arm around, creating a big energy bubble. Maybe we want to sweep the arm forward and not tap our toes. Just finding a flow that feels good, warming into the inner thighs. And again, moving to the rhythm of our breath and the depth that our body allows. Two more. Coming back to center, sweeping our arms up parallel to the floor, coming into a sumo squat here, goddess squat. Arms are reaching out from the shoulders, lowering them down away from the ears, tucking our pelvis underneath so the glutes are engaged, checking in to see our toes beyond our knees, which means drawing the knees back. Tall torsos, deep breaths, calm and steady. Two more. And on the next inhale, we'll sweep our arms up, straightening our legs. Sweeping the arms, and then we'll come back down, sweeping towards the earth, and then to the sky. Sun and moon flowers. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, we lower. Hinging at the hips. Option to reach up and inhale into a side bend. Alternating sides. Continuing to move to the rhythm of our breath. Two more breaths. And we'll all meet back up in our goddess squat. Once again, we're reaching our arms wide from the shoulders, checking in with our toes, tucking our pelvis under, tall torso. Deep breaths in, noticing the expansion of our rib cage laterally. Two more breaths. Actively pressing our knees back, maybe sinking a little bit further. Bringing our hands to our hips, straightening our legs, pointing the toes forward, and we hinge forward. Forward fold, wide angle. Bringing our fingertips to the earth, opening our legs as needed in order to maintain an elongated torso parallel to the floor. Pressing in to the feet, pressing into the back of the legs, slowly starting to hinge forward, melting our torsos to the earth while maintaining a flat back. Deep breaths in, elongating, and then sinking as we exhale. Breathing into the back of the legs, creating space where there may be discomfort. Two more breaths. And on the next inhale, we'll reach our right arm above our back. And on the exhale, we lower. Alternating sides, inhaling, reaching our left arm up. Exhale, we lower, pressing into the thigh muscles of each leg. Getting a gentle rotation of the spine. Moving around that synovial fluid for better lubrication of the spine. More fluid movements. Slow and steady, moving to the rhythm of our breath. We'll do 2 more on each side. Coming back to center, pressing our torso tall, pressing the earth away, bending our knees back into our sumo squat. Arms once again come parallel to the floor. We check in with our knees, pressing them back. Tall torso, shoulders are melted away from the ears. We can feel our glutes engaged to press our hips forward. Calm, steady rhythm of breath. Perhaps we channel some positive affirmations for any wobbles we might have. Bringing our hands down, straightening our legs. And we're going to step to the top of our mats. Once again, feet are hip width apart. Firmly planted underneath, micro bend in the knees. And we're floating through another sequence of vinyasas today. And again with some lunges, but instead of starting in down dog, we're starting in mountain pose. So starting with a nice gentle sweeping of the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, swan diving. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Let's go all the way back up. Inhaling. Exhale, hands to heart center. We'll do a few more just like that. Slowly easing our way into our sun salutation. Moving with our breath. Arching the lower back, opening up the abdomen and chest as we warm up. Drawing our shoulder blades in and back. Slowly engaging every part of our body. Noticing what's happening physically to create that mental clarity and headspace for new thoughts, new emotions, new energy to come in. Hands to heart center, deep breath in, we reset. And we'll slowly start adding lunges with a low lunge. Left leg, inhaling up. Exhale, swan diving. Inhale, halfway. Forward fold. Left leg comes back. Right knee is lunged, left foot flattens. Let's bring our hands to our knee to start. Tall torso, drawing the shoulder blades in and back. Taking 3 breaths here. Slowly starting to lift the torso tall. And forward fold. Stepping back up. Inhaling halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Sweeping our arms up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. We do the same on the opposite side. Inhale up. Swan diving. Inhale halfway. Forward fold. Stepping back with the right leg. Right knee and foot flatten. Hands come to the left thigh. Finding stability. And we press forward. Elongating the spine. 3 breaths here. Good. Coming back into our forward fold, we step up. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling all the way up. Hands to heart center. Deep breath, reset. Next round. Inhaling up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Forward fold, stepping back with the left foot again. Low lunge this time, we're reaching our arms over our shoulders. 3 breaths here. Good. And we forward fold, curling our toes, stepping up. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold, sweeping our arms all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. 1 breath, reset. Same thing on the right leg. Inhale, up. Exhale, swan dive. Halfway. Forward fold. Stepping back with the right leg. Right knee and foot come down. Finding stability, we lift our arms over our shoulders. 3 breaths here. Sinking the hip forward. Feeling any sensations in the right hip flexor. Lifting our torso. Good. Hinging forward, planting our hands, curling the toes, stepping up. Inhale, halfway. Finishing off the sequence, coming all the way back into extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. We reset. Next lunge will be low with a rotation. Inhaling up. Exhale, swan diving forward. Stepping back. Sorry, inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold, stepping back, left foot. You know it, I'll meet you there. Let's lift our arms over the shoulders. And then we open over the right leg. Looking over the right shoulder, reaching the arms long. Inhaling, bringing the arms back over the shoulders. Exhale, forward hinge, stepping up, forward fold, inhale, halfway. We all meet back up in our extended mountain. And hands to heart. Reset. Floating through the opposite side to our own breath, our own rhythm. Right leg comes back. Finding our stability, reaching our arms up. Arms come parallel to the floor, reaching back, looking over the left arm, left shoulder. Good. Next, inhale, the arms sweep back up, centering our torso. Exhale, we hinge forward, curling our toes, stepping up. Inhale, halfway. Good. We all meet up in our reset pose. Deep breath in. Next lunge will be a high lunge, crescent lunge. Inhaling up. Swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway. Forward fold, keeping our back flat. Stepping back, keeping our left toes up. The heel is up, and we lift our arms. Crescent lunge. Elongating the torso, reaching up through the fingertips. Calm strength. Good. Hinging forward, stepping back. Forward fold, inhale, halfway, flat back. Engaging the shoulder blades, drawing them into the spine. Exhale, forward fold, inhale. Extended mountain, open the abdomen and the chest. Exhale, head to heart center. Yay, deep breath in between. And we reset on the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Forward fold, stepping back, crescent lunge, right foot, finding stability, equal balance between both legs. Then we lift our arms, reaching tall. Hinging forward, stepping up, finishing off. Deep breath in between. Crescent lunge with a rotation outwards over the lunge leg. When you're ready, inhale, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Forward fold, stepping back, crescent lunge, left foot. Finding stability, inhale, reaching all the way up. And we exhale, lowering the arms, coming over the right shoulder this time. Left arm is reaching beyond the right leg. Keeping our hips forward facing, we're not rotating. Deep breaths, tall torso. One more breath. Next inhale, we sweep the arms up, centering ourselves, hinging forward, stepping up, forward fold, inhale. Meeting back up in our reset pose. Repeating on the opposite side. Stepping back, right leg, crescent lunge, up on the toes, heel is up, inhaling, reaching tall. And when you're ready, go ahead and rotate open to the left. Keeping the hips forward facing, the thigh muscles are drawing in together. Finding length from our tailbone through the crown of the head. One more breath. Inhale, we sweep the arms up, centering ourselves. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. And all the way back up. We'll meet up. And our reset pose, taking a deep breath in between. And we're going to come into a prayer twist on this next one. Holding in our crescent lunge. Deep breaths in, reaching up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold, stepping back, left foot, crescent lunge, inhaling, reaching our arms up, bringing them into a prayer, and then rotating, the left elbow comes beyond the right knee, pressing so that our torso is long, looking beyond the right elbow as possible. Good. Centering ourselves, hinging forward, stepping back. Forward fold, inhale, halfway flat back. Exhale, forward fold, inhaling, extended mountain. You know the drill. We reset between sides, pressing our palms together. Dynamic tension on the upper body. Next inhale, we sweep up. Swan diving forward. Stepping back, crescent lunge, right foot, finding our balance, arms lift, hands to heart, and twist. Right elbow over left knee, finding stability, gazing beyond the left elbow as possible, or finding somewhere to gaze at. Remembering our affirmations are there if we need them. Good. Next inhale, back to center. Hands down, stepping up. Inhale, halfway. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up, working those glutes. Exhale, hands to heart center. Deep breath in between. Warrior pose is next. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale. Forward fold, stepping back. Left foot comes into a warrior, pointing out, grounded, the arms float. Parallel to the floor, checking in. The left glute is pressing our hips and pelvis forward. We can see our toes beyond our right knee. Strong. Reaching long, shoulders are away from the ears. And we gaze beyond our fingertips. Great. Coming back to center, pivoting the toes, stepping forward, forward fold, inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold all the way back up. Micro bend in the knees as needed. Exhale, hands to heart. Deep breath in to reset. And we do the opposite side. Stepping back, right foot, warrior pose. Finding stability, equal strength in both legs, and then the arms can float up. Once again, checking in, the right glute is engaged, pressing the hips forward. We can see our toes beyond our left knee. Where are our shoulders? Are we holding tension in our jaw, our eyes, or our brow? Where are we gazing? Excellent. Next inhale, we windmill forward, planting the hands, pivoting the toes, stepping up. Inhale halfway. Forward fold. All the way up, sweeping the arms, hands together. Exhale. Hands to heart center, deep breath in. We're going to go through our warrior again. Stepping back, left foot, warrior, arms float up, finding our position, and this time we're flipping our right hand open, coming into a reverse warrior, opening the side of our body, reaching tall alongside the ear or the face, drawing this right shoulder blade back, actively engaging every part of our body. Breathing space into the side body, checking in with the lower back, not pushing too far. And let's windmill over to the right. Extended side angle, letting the left arm float above the ear or behind the back. And once again, we're engaging that left shoulder blade, drawing it back, lifting our hearts. Good. We pivot all the way back down. Bringing our hands down to the earth. We step all the way up. Inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping the arms, extended mountain. Exhale, hands to heart. Deep breath in to reset. And we repeat on the opposite leg. Right leg comes back. We are in our warrior, floating the arms up. Good. Flipping our left hand open, coming into a reverse warrior. The legs don't move. They are strong and steady. They are grounding us. Reaching the left arm up, beyond the head, the face, the ear. Elongating the side of the body, breathing into any areas of discomfort. Good. Coming all the way over, windmilling the arms, only legs stay where they are. Right arm this time reaches up, drawing the shoulder blade back. Left arm is on the thigh. We're keeping our glutes engaged. Strong lunge. Good. Pivoting all the way down. Hands come to the mat, pivoting the toes. Stepping forward. Halfway. Exhale, forward fold. When you're ready, sweeping all the way up. Inhaling. Exhale, hands to heart. Deep breath in between. We'll do one more set and then we'll add into our vinyasa. Good. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to come back into our warrior. Left foot steps back, warrior pose. Finding that grounding, finding the stability and the strength. Reaching our arms long, finding a gaze. Good. Reaching both arms up over the shoulders, and we're about a warrior and a half, so we can rotate if it feels better on our lower back. elongating the spine. Calm strength in our legs. Eyes open or closed. Perhaps we challenge ourselves a little bit more each practice with keeping our eyes closed. Good. Arms come back parallel to the floor. Pivoting the back foot. Pivoting ourselves. Hands come down to the earth. Stepping back into a plank. Oh, you knew it would be coming. Hands are under our shoulders. Feet are closer together. Torso is parallel to the floor. We hold here, pressing our elbows, wrapping them around and forward facing. Floating all the way through our Vinyasa, Chaturanga, Cobra, or upward facing. Taking a breath or two in between. Holding where possible and where needed. Excellent. Coming all the way through our plank into a down dog. Oh, happy for that. Pedal it out. Excellent. Floating back into our plank, Chaturanga, upward facing or Cobra. Exhaling, floating into our plank again. And we're stepping our left leg forward. Finding our warrior, opposite leg. Inhaling, bringing the arms parallel to the floor. Find that equal balance of strength between both legs. Tucking the right glute so that our hip is forward facing. And then we open up, lifting our arms to the sky, possibly at a warrior and a half. Checking in with what feels good with the lower back, tall torso. Breathing in deeply, creating space. And a calm sense of stability. Excellent. Hands come back parallel to the floor. Let's float through one more mountain, one more forward fold. Windmilling forward, pivoting the back toes, stepping forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we sweep the arms up. Holding here. Reaching for the left wrist. Grabbing onto it with the right fingers. Coming into a side bend. Keeping the hips underneath us. Option to play around with this pose. Option to lift the left leg. Option to lift the right leg. Option to step back into a curtsy. Eyes open or closed. Have fun with it. Creating space in the side body, stability throughout, and a little head space as we focus on the physical aspects. Feeling the tingling in our arms, possibly as the energy is moving around. One more breath. Good. Coming back to center, reaching the arms tall. And exhale, bring them to heart center. Give them a little reprieve. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Inhaling, sweeping the arms up. Reaching for the right wrist. Left hand comes around it. Finding length in our torso. And then coming into our side bend. Pressing through the right hip. We're finding grounding in our feet. And then we can go ahead and play. Lifting one leg, maybe the other, maybe stepping back behind us. And again, go ahead and challenge yourselves. Eyes open or closed. Find that grounding from our feet. The length in the side body. Playing around to find what works best for you today. Noticing sensations and wobbles, stilling our mind with our affirmations. 2 more breaths. We come back to center. Inhale, reaching up, arching the lower back, opening up the abdomen. Exhale, hands to heart center, reset. Great. Back to the top of our mat, floating through one last forward fold. Inhale, halfway flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And we press our hands to the earth. We step back or jump into our plank. We're coming back here. Hands are under our shoulders. Torso is parallel to the floor, pressing the earth away and wrapping those triceps forward. Pressing into the shoulder blades, loose neck so that we can move it around. Legs are activated. We're breathing steady. Ah, 2 more breaths. Doesn't that feel good? Smiles on our faces. Yay for that. Taking a few breaths here to either pedal it out or bring both feet towards the earth, allowing our head to hang heavy between our arms. Finding grounding through our fingertips with the knuckles pressing into the earth. Good. Floating through our Vinyasa. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing or cobra. Exhale, back down. And we press up, plank. Exhale, down, down. Good. Let's do that a few more times. Like we did in our mountain pose, we can take breaths in between each set. Inhaling forward. Chaturanga, holding as long as we like. Switching it up. Moving with our breath. Breaths as needed. Enjoying those pauses. Moments to rejuvenate. And recover. Using our triceps to push up, gaining strength, lowering onto our knees for our planks at any time. We have options. We'll do one more. And hang out in our down dog. Once again, option to paddle or just to find stillness, pressing our heels to the earth and feeling the length all the way from our ankles, up the back of our legs, through our hips, lower back, down the spine, into our shoulders, arms, wrists, and hands. Good. Finding stability, maybe walking our feet a little bit wider. The right hand is going to find its grounding. We're going to lift our left hand. So either coming up on the fingertips, the finger, or allowing that left arm to float alongside our torsos, depending on where we're at today. Feeling the energy being created in our right arm. And perhaps some new sensations down the back of the right leg that we weren't aware of before. 2 more breaths. Head is hanging heavy. There's no tension on the neck or the jaw. And we
replace the left hand, lifting the right, easing our way up onto the fingertips, fingertip, or reaching all the way back. Calm strength. Challenging ourselves. Checking in with any new sensations. And we bring our right hand down to the earth. Well done. Maybe wiggle the ankles, wiggling the feet around, lifting one at a time. Oh, that feels good. Good, coming back into our down dog, floating back through our vinyasa. Inhaling to plank. Exhale, all the way down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhaling, coming back to prone. Inhale, pressing to plank and down. Good. One more down dog sequence. This time lifting both the hand and the leg, optional of course. Starting with the right leg floating upwards. It's likely going to remain parallel to the floor. Let's press the heel back so we're flexing the foot. Option now to start lifting the left hand, possibly shortening the dog to find that stability we need, and allowing the left arm to find its pose, where we feel comfortable. Perhaps we would remind ourselves that we are strong, we are confident. We might have wobbles, but it's not going to slow us down. We keep at it, we keep practicing. We're only going to make gains, find our successes if we keep trying, keep working at it, not giving up. And congratulating ourselves for those efforts that we do make and the gains that we make. They in themselves will continue to motivate us. Excellent, bringing the left hand down if it was up, right foot down, give it a wiggle, pedal out the legs. Maybe shifting the hips left to right. Now we come back to center. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. So left leg floats up, parallel to the floor. Let's flex the foot, driving the heel up. Maybe shortening the dog, bringing our right hand or our awareness to the right hand, and allowing it to slowly and gradually float to where it needs to be. And again, we might wobble, that's fine, but we're going to keep practicing. We're going to keep building that inner peace and calm, that confidence. We can hold this pose, that we will get there, wherever it is that we're destined. Sometimes the less we fight it, the easier things just fall into place. And we let our right hand come back to the earth, the left foot. Once again, roll it out, shifting our hips left and right. Slow and purposeful. Maybe final micro movements that feel good before we come into a child's pose. One more big breath. Coming back to center. And we're going to lower ourselves down to our knees, walking our hands in front, sinking our hips back, child's pose. Option to keep an extended child's pose, to shift left and right, or to simply find stillness if that's where you're at today in your practice. Bringing our hands under our forehead. Or of course we can bring our hands behind our back. Whatever we need today. Taking a moment to reflect on any intention we may have set at the beginning of our practice. We'll step ourselves into a pigeon and then fire lungs. Slowly inhaling, coming up into all fours, bringing our hands forward, curling the toes underneath our shins so that we can step our legs up into an extended down dog. And let's bring the right knee to the right wrist, and the ankle to the left wrist. Good. Walking the hips back with the left foot, pressing ourselves away from the earth. Deep breaths in. And as and when you're ready, keeping our hips forward facing, we slowly walk the hands forward, maybe flattening them, maybe lowering onto the wrists or the forearms, the elbows, easing our way down slowly and gently as the body releases that tension, knowing that it's safe to do so, that we are listening to our bodies, we're not pushing ourselves too far, too fast in anything. Remembering those sensations of tension, areas of inflammation, they're all there to protect us. We just need to listen. Those gut instincts, those pangs, those thoughts, those feelings, they're all there to protect us. We just have to be open to listening. Melting ourselves slowly, finding peace in this moment, and appreciating any micro gains we might be making in our flexibility at the same time. Two more breaths. And on the next inhale, we'll press our torsos up with our hands. Slowly and gently rolling over onto the right hip, we step back into our plank. Vinyasa optional. We all meet up in our down dog. And we float forward into our plank, bringing our left knee to the left wrist. Good, hips are forward facing, and we can slowly walk ourselves back using our right toes. Pressing ourselves away from the earth to start. And then as and when we're ready, we can hinge forward, walking the hands out. Slow and steady, safely listening to those sensations, maybe the knee, maybe the hip or the lower back. And let's check in with the jaw, the eyes and the forehead. Are we holding any tension there that we can let go of? Maybe we weren't conscious of it. Two more breaths here. And on the next inhale, we press ourselves up. Exhale, roll over onto the left hip. Let's sweep our legs all the way forward into our staff pose, Dandasana, flexing our feet up. Oh, that'll feel good on the knees. Inhale, reaching the arms all the way up over the shoulders. Exhale, hinging forward, keeping the arms parallel to the floor, tucking our chins into our chest. Option here to reach around the fronts of the feet, the sides of the feet, keeping the feet pointing upwards, or option to bounce forward, noticing that last bit of tension running through the back body, working through the fascia, breaking up those cobwebs. Dynamic or an active stretch here, whatever feels best. On the next inhale, we'll slowly release the arms, rolling our torsos back up, stacking the vertebrae one at a time, shoulders and head, bringing the feet in, easy seated or fire logs, wherever you need the extra stretch. And before we come into a forward fold, let's lift one arm over the shoulders, side bend, gently walking our way up, keeping our sit bones firmly planted. Now that we're all warmed up, we may have a little bit more depth to this stretch of our side body. We're not collapsing on the inside. 2 more breaths. Pressing ourselves up on the inhale. And we reset. Other arm floats up on the next inhalation. Exhale, we float over to the opposite side. Once again, we're keeping our sit bones firmly planted. Maybe we're actively pressing our top knee away. We walk farther out as we're ready. Good. Next inhale, we float back up. Exhale, we release. Rolling the shoulders up and back. Let's interlace the hands behind our back. Lifting our chest high, rolling the shoulders, opening up the arms. Option here to forward fold or to stay tall. Your choice. Exploring our range of motion, even of the neck and the head. Good. 2 more breaths. And we release. Resetting the feet so that the opposite is on top and the opposite on the bottom. And once again, we're going to float one arm up over our shoulder, doesn't matter which one. Coming over into a side bend, keeping our sit bones firmly planted, reaching tall. Melting away any areas of tension. Breathing in that sunlight to warm and melt. Two more breaths. Inhaling, come back to center. Exhale, reset. Inhale, that opposite arm comes up. Once again, with our sit bones firmly planted, actively pressing the top knee away, we come into our side bend. Good. Inhaling all the way back up, pressing ourselves, using our arm for support. Interlacing the hands behind our back once again. Option to lift,
Breathing into the arms, chest, shoulders, the neck, moving the head around for an exploration of our range of motion. Option, of course, to forward fold. Two more breaths. And we release our hands. We bring our hands to heart center, reflecting on any intention we may have set at the beginning of practice and perhaps setting a new one for the coming days. And with smiles on our faces, we congratulate ourselves for getting to the mat today, for making this time for ourselves, knowing that it will benefit each of us in some way. My thanks for the community to practice in, the safety and support and love of this community, and that it's always there with us. Thank you for joining and sharing this time for me. Namaste.